And a domestic violence victim tells what happened when the police union president interfered in her case. Tonight we hear directly from the woman at the center of the DV case that got the union chief in trouble.
The woman says Officer Stephanie Lopez tried to talk her out of pressing charges against her boyfriend, one of Lopez's fellow APD cops. Let's get to News 13's Lizzie Mitri.
Jessica Dick, the woman says her 911 call was a cry for help, and the response left her in a different kind of fear.
I was intimidated and just afraid, who was going to believe me.
We agreed to protect this woman's identity as she speaks out about what happened at her home last year when she called police on her boyfriend, Chris Cordova, who worked for APD.
I was really distraught, really sad, and just crying, and I was in fear because, he choked me. He said he wanted to see me die.
That's what one officer detailed in the police report. But another officer, police union president Stephanie Lopez, wrote the woman advised he was not choking her. She was upset and frustrated. The victim says Lopez admitted to being friends with Cordova.
She's like, Chris wouldn't have done this. I've known him for years. We're really good friends. And I told her, I said, this is not the first time it's happened. This is just the first time I called.
Throughout the interview, the woman says Lopez tried to talk her out of pressing charges against Cordova.
She completely made me feel like it was my fault and made me feel guilty about it. She said, look what you've done, the situation you put him in.
Police arrested Cordova for aggravated battery. When the department later looked into Lopez's conduct, it found she interfered with an investigation, allowed personal feelings or friendships to influence her decisions, and did not avoid contact with someone she knew was under active criminal investigation. She could have been fired. Then Chief Ray Schultz suspended her for 2 weeks.
Lopez has refused to do an interview with us, but did send a statement about her disciplinary history. It said in part, I believe that I and other APD officers will benefit from more training on how to manage the many unique situations we find ourselves in as officers. Jessica, back to you.
Okay, Lizzie, charges against Cordova have been dismissed for now, but the DA's office couldn't tell us why this afternoon. APD couldn't tell us this afternoon if Cordova is still working for the department.